There's a quiet epidemic spreading through modern society, one you won't see on news headlines, but feel in the hollow spaces between your thoughts. It's the gnawing sense that the life you're living isn't truly yours, that the person everyone knows, the one who shows up to work, family gatherings, and social media, isn't the full story. Carl Jung warned us about this century ago. The greatest burden a child must bear is the unlived life of its parents. But today it's worse. We're not just carrying our family's unfulfilled dreams, we're drowning in algorithms, cultural narratives, and the curated identities of the digital age. This isn't just about finding yourself. This is about waking up from a psychological trance. Part 1. The manufactured self. From the moment you could understand language, you were handed a script. Good children don't get angry. Successful people always hustle. Love means sacrificing yourself. These aren't truths. They're programs. Invisible codes running in your subconscious, dictating your choices before you even realize you're making them. The persona isn't just a mask, it's a prison. Jung's concept of the persona has mutated in the 21st century. It's no longer just the face you show at work or with family. Now it's the Instagram version of you, the LinkedIn caricature, the politically correct filter over your real thoughts, the terrifying part. You don't even notice the edits anymore. The censorship feels natural. The performance has become instinct. Part 2. The Shadow War. Here's what no one tells you about authenticity. Your flaws aren't mistakes. They're suppressed superpowers. That anger you've been taught to hide. It contains the boundaries you've never set. That sadness you numb with distractions. It holds the depth of your unrealized creativity, that inappropriate desire. It might be the compass pointing toward your true north. Jung called this the shadow, but modern psychology reveals something darker. The traits you disown don't vanish, they go rogue. The people who irritate you, they're mirrors of what you've exiled in yourself. The patterns you can't break, they're your shadow's way of screaming for integration. Case study, the nice person trap. Research shows that chronic people pleasers experience 37% higher cortisol levels, the stress hormone, 62% more decision fatigue, a 300% increased likelihood of resentment-driven outbursts. Your kindness isn't the problem. The compulsion behind it is.
Part 3. Archetypes, the hidden puppeteers. Beneath your conscious mind, ancient psychological patterns are pulling strings. The hero, who must always achieve. The rebel, who can't conform without imploding. The sage, paralyzed by overanalysis. These aren't just metaphors. Brain scans show that when these archetypes activate, different neural networks light up, hormonal profiles shift dramatically, your perception of reality literally changes. The crisis point. When an archetype dominates unchecked, workaholics, hero, burnout by 45, perpetual rebels, outlaw, end up isolated, eternal caregivers, mother, develop autoimmune disorders. Your body will sabotage you before it lets you betray your soul. Part 4. The Individuation Detox. Step 1. The Mask Audit. For 1 week, track every time you laugh when you're not amused, every opinion you withhold, every yes that should have been a no. The gaps between these moments, that's where your true self is buried. Step 2. Shadow hunting. Ask yourself, what emotion am I most afraid to feel? That's your gold mine. Who irritates me most? They're your untapped potential in disguise. Step 3. Archetype alchemy. Identify which pattern runs your life. Then, hero-driven. Schedule purposeless play. Rebel-controlled. Practice strategic conformity. Sage-dominated. Force one impulsive decision daily. Part 5. The Reckoning. When you start this work, expect 1. Withdrawals. Literal cravings for old patterns. Dopamine is addictive. 2. Backlash. Relationships will test your new boundaries. Their survival depends on your old role. 3. Grief. For the years spent asleep, but then, if you persist, comes the renaissance. Conclusion: the unscripted life. This isn't about self-improvement. It's about sovereignty. The world doesn't need more polished versions of damaged people. It needs recovered rage to fuel change, unapologetic joy to remind others what's possible, integrated shadows to stop projecting onto scapegoats. Jung's final warning: until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. The question isn't, who am I? It's, what ancient, magnificent thing have I been pretending not to be?